Hello there, Libra. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Libra for April of 2019. And for anybody who's new here, we pull 4 cards for the month. We'll use the bottom card on the deck as an overall view of the month, and we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. All of us Libras are named Frankie for the time of the reading. Look at your moon and rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view of the month. And I don't think the cards will go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month as an overall theme. Now, I must have laryngitis. Everything's starting to bloom around here, so if I'm sounding a little hoarse, that's what it is. Anyways, our message for this month, it's a short one. It says, remain peaceful inside, remain peaceful outside. We are to remember that others are entitled to their own opinions and their own thoughts, and it's not our responsibility to change it or to challenge it, because if we do, we get this overall sense of peace, like if we were having a fight with a neighbor, and I understood, Libra, you're not going to believe these cards when I start to read them here. I understood because I was thinking, even if you're arguing with a neighbor or a friend or something like that, keep that in mind. Other people are entitled to their opinions the way we are, and it's not our responsibility to change their mind or to challenge them. And I think we're going to be good because our words, we have 5. I'm floored. I didn't even know what to do with these cards because in the 3 years I've been doing these YouTubes, we have 5 major arcana. Unbelievable. I mean, it's a little bit wild. Our words are grace, surrender, which might be really relevant with our message, support, peace, which was our message, and openness. So, keep that in mind throughout the month. I don't know how this is going to work, but it's pretty wild. Our card here, the bottom of the deck, is the Lover's card. What an excellent card. That's a card of cooperation, working in like a coalition or a union with others to accomplish like a joint purpose. It stands for attraction of any kind, not only romantic attraction here, but we have that openness and grace. Some of us may be looking for, a partnership. This could be that. Let's see. Anything, it can be romantic, but anything that requires harmony, union, and cooperation is what they're saying. So that support words in there, and that would be part of this card. There can be, with this card, and I'm going to say it this way purposely, there can be indication that we are being required to make a choice between 2 things that are of equal worth, okay? 2 things that are of equal worth, or in whatever choice we make. Remember our word grace in here. Grace and support. Whatever choice that we make will be the absolute right one. It can be 2 or more people coming into our life that come together with a pursuit of a common goal. It can be just a temporary getting together for some kind of maybe even a special project at work. For those of us that this does not mean, this is the Lover's card. It could be a special project at work. It could be, let me think. We could be bringing people together because we want to do maybe something entrepreneurial and we want to partner up with someone. in order to do that. It would make it better, maybe uh, financially, perhaps, easier when there's two people together doing it. Um, so some of us, this lovers, is going to be at work, and we're going to have support that we need in order to accomplish whatever goal it is that we're setting out to accomplish. But I'm saying it in this way, and I know it sounds weird, but the card underneath it is the Two of Swords, and that's the card of choices, but being in denial about the choice that needs to be made. Okay? We're like oblivious to it, even though it's right there in our face. So we need to take off the blindfold. We need to make the choice. But with this card on top of it, this is our bottom card. It's telling us that the choice that we make, what we decide, is going to be the relevant and right choice. So whether there's two people, maybe, for us hot Libras out there, maybe we got two people that are vying for our affection, and we're going to make the right choice. This one maybe doesn't cut it, or whatever, however you want to say it, and the other one does. For those of us, it could be work and getting together a team project that's going to really, really be right, and supportive of us, and we can speak and talk as long as we remember to keep peace inside and outside, stay in that flow of grace, and allow others their own opinions, because when others are allowed to voice opinions, a lot of times we can get more or better ideas because of they had a particular opinion. I cannot get my card up off of the table here. It's stuck for whatever darn reason. Whoa, it really is stuck. Because here's our next card, and that's what I'm talking about. Next card's the Tower, and a lot of people think this is like represents catastrophe, or adversity that has to be faced. But with our original message, I don't quite think it's going to be that. It's kind of like the overthrow of false ideas, old habit patterns that need to be gotten rid of, period, So in this sense, it's not even a negative card. It's a good one, a positive card. But most people, we're all like most people, unless we're inordinately, and we are Libra, we have that scale of balance, like that. Most people, how do I want to say it? When most people are afraid of anything that upsets their apple cart or their regular routine. They are. We don't like change. None of us do. It's like, really? Not again. That kind. So it could be an argument or a fight. We don't like it because it represents like we're uncomfortable then. It's something we're really not quite used to. It's like sometimes there is with this card some kind of loss. Personal, it could be financial sometimes, or a breakup of some kind. But we do know here, if this Lover's card meant a breakup came before it, because we have this Two of Swords right underneath it, that the choice we made was the right one for us. So think about stepping into the flow of grace, and if I was surrendering, with that word surrender there, I would surrender, to allow others to have their own opinion without me saying you're going to change your mind, because it's not going to be, basically, it's not going to help me much. And if it was a choice about love, because it's going to come down in two different categories. I can't put these in the category where it belongs in our individual lives, but you have to do that. I wished I could, but if this comes down like that, in a relationship, right choice. If it comes down in a work thing, we're going to go into a better one because the Lover's card like is overriding everything. So our choice will be the right one. Uh, if with this Tower card though, if we were ready, willing, and able, right, to take note, take those blindfolds off, like that Two of Swords, we could have foreseen and faced the facts of what was going on and made the change, you know, made it ahead of time. Is there something in our lives, you know, that we really need to upgrade, change, you know, maybe challenge, what else do I want to say? Challenge or change something that served its purpose. That's the way they're saying. Has this in my life already served its purpose? And, you know, because what is being destroyed needs to go. So whatever it is, I'm changing here. It needed to go. It usually strikes when you get this Tower card. It'll usually strike because we become very stagnant and unwilling to make changes or to the status quo because don't want to upset the apple cart, that kind of stuff, or we become like stuck. What they're saying is stuck, unsatisfied, discontent, not knowing how to make the needed change, and that fires that need off to the universe. It'll fire off the need that says, you know, break free of the restrictions that have been limiting your further development. It's like boom. So for some of us this is going to be like the lightning strike. Not, I don't mean it literally, but you know, like I didn't see that coming. But when we look back with hindsight, we'd say we saw that coming. I saw it coming. If I'd have paid attention, I would have thought. And that's what you know, what I think about that card. So because of that original message, go back to the beginning if you have to. Maybe there's something astrological going on, something like that, you know, that could make things a little bit or a little more, is what I want to say, chaotic than they actually need to be, you know, for all intents and purposes, because our next card here is the Magician. Now we got 3 major arcana cards in a row. Good grief, this is a situation of new beginnings and new choices. It indicates someone who is ready, willing, and able to manipulate the situation in order to achieve the desired ends or the highest result. It indicates leadership potential. Maybe some of us are going to be the new boss or something. Ambition, the desire for action, new relationships coming into being, the tools for whatever action. That's what they're saying. Whatever action is desired is already in our hands. See? The Magician has everything right at his disposal. Everything he needs. Remember that Tower. Everything that we need is right there in our hands for our disposal. But I always say with this card, the caveat or the one little thing is the key point we have to remember, because we have this power this month. We have stepped in the flow of grace. We have support for it. We want to remain peaceful inside and out, and openness, you know. If we use it in a manipulative way, is what they want me to say. Manipulative way, or to improper ends, it'll backfire and blow up in our face. It's the time to evaluate what tools we have at our disposal for this situation with this Lover's card, whatever we're going into, and relate them properly to our aims, and to use them, I want to say use them properly and appropriately. And then we get everything we wanted. And that to me is like, I really just don't, I can't believe we got all these major arcanas. So it's showing me with this magician and the lovers and this next card here, we're like in for a ride of our lives as long as we do it, watch it, and use it right, you know? So I'm thinking with our word surrender, maybe we should meditate, stay peaceful inside, peaceful outside, that kind of thing, to hold us in balance so that when we decide and when we make this choice, right, we do it right. We use everything at our disposal to make sure that we're doing everything in the right way with the right timing. And I think that's a lot of why they're asking us to remain peaceful. Okay? Because if we jump the gun and somebody has an opinion, or we start, like really, normally we don't do that. But if we start up like something like that, it probably is going to bite us in the butt. Where if we look over the whole situation, even if it's in a personal relationship, if that's what this has to do with, and we do it in the right way, it remains peaceful and not challenging, even though we move away from it. If it's a friendship or, a partnership, or maybe boyfriend, girlfriend, and there's someone else on my mind. I think a lot might have to do with work things for a lot of us, and those that are not working, maybe just it might be in our family world or friend world, because our next thing here, right beside the magician, is the chariot. And the chariot is victory is assured. The things are moving very fast, and transition is occurring rapidly. So that could be the tower too. Like lightning fast, everything's changing. I got to do it, got to be ready for it. And then I have the magician in my hand. We're holding things together successfully, uniting opposite energies to keep them on track. See the black and the white horse, and he manipulates and moves these horses in the direction they need to go on a dime at any given moment. It's a situation where we're totally and happily involved, completely and totally, they said to say, and happily involved in it. We're feeling together with ourselves, our own Libra selves, feel together with ourselves, and whatever task we have that has to be accomplished will be completed, though the pace of whatever's happening this month is way faster than normal, but we can keep up with these changes that are happening, and at our job, with our relationship, in our career, or in like a community sense. In the beginning they were saying, neighbors or whatever, in a community sense, or in any type of worldly involvement. We're sensitive this month. While we have grace, our word grace, support, openness, if we surrender this over to spirit, we're sensitive to the minor adjustments that we must consistently make to keep things going and going in the right way. And we're going to do it. So like I said, it could be in relationships, but because that Lover's card has a bigger overall view, for all of us it's not going to be in relationships, but it's going to happen rapidly, because the chariot is rapid movement, the magician is manifestation, and the tower is lightning fast events happening. And if we keep that choice card that's underneath this Lovers here, if we keep that choice card, in mind, we'll take off the blinders and be ready and just keep moving with the flow, making the adjustments that we need, doing the things that we have to do, and doing them really fast. And we can keep on top of that, Libra. Actually, we're not slow moving. And we read people very well because we're like the diplomats, trying to make everybody happy. This time I think we're going to make our own selves happy in the choices that we make for this month. Like I said, wherever it goes down. But with that surrender word, grace in there, support, peace, openness, I almost want to give it over to spirit and like listen to my intuition and my intention with this, because the next card is the Empress, and that's a position, being in a position to nurture someone else or several other someones. Sometimes it can be taken like an obvious form, like helping or caring for somebody who's sick, or a spouse, or being supportive of our spouse or a friend that needs something. And it also can be pregnancy. It's the desire, pregnancy, or the desire to get pregnant, because the Empress is fertile energy. We have the Empress energy with the Magician and with the Chariot. Magician and the Chariot. Rapid movement and really fast moving energy here. And the ability to manifest it really quickly because that Tower thing's in there. So this is like, let's see, it's appropriate for us. Like the Empress energy, like in reverse, can mean that we're depleting ourselves by giving, but it's upright, and it means we can give whatever it is we need to give this month to nurture in whatever way, whether it's at our work or anything, and it's not going to deplete us. We have the inner strength, we have the ability to do so without harming or hurting ourselves in any way. So new manifestation, the Empress is fertility, in the manner of pregnancy or whatever. The Magician, that is all new beginnings, fresh new energy coming in, all because that wacky Tower is in there. I'm like amazed. You guys are going to have to say, like I said, some of us could be, maybe we wanted to get pregnant, and we've been praying, and here it is. Maybe we wanted an out, or a new job at work or something like that. It all comes together, but in a little bit wacky way, because that Tower energy's in there. But to me, Tower energy is exciting if we can see, look around and see what's the change we want to make. What isn't working for us? What are we going to do to rectify it, right? Get the support we need, and being open about it without being that force of nature that, everyone's entitled to their own opinion type energy. I think this is, I do not recall, which I don't recall readings anyhow, but I do not recall ever pulling 5 major arcana in one reading. You can't make these up. So our angel card is, what do you desire? What do we desire, Libra, this month? We have the word grace. We surrender it over to Spirit, Source, the universe. There's support for it. We keep peaceful inside and out, and open about whatever it is that we desire, right? Whatever it is. I'm telling you, this spread here is like manifestation big time. You guys are going to have to tell me how it worked out. It says you now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know you're ready and deserving of them, they will rush into your light like magic. There you go, Libra. There you go. I was like, oh my God. First, I got that message and I thought to myself, we Libras are in trouble this month. And then when I laid our words down here, I was like, no, we're not. And then the cards and all 5 major arcana was like, really? It says this card comes to you because you've been waiting for an external sign of what you should do next. The angels say that the answer comes from inside of you. Peace inside, peace out. Both ways. You decide what you want before anything can change. We have to decide. Carve out time to meditate upon your heart's desires. That's what they were telling us to do. And know that you deserve the best, as we all do. It says use affirmations, positive visualization to manifest your desire. Clarify your desire. Release any guilt or fear regarding asking for what you want. We can have whatever we want. We have to ask. We have to sit in that feeling of what it will be, what will our life be once we have it, right? And just keep making those adjustments really quickly with our Chariot card here. Keep making the adjustments and get our act together. There's support there for us with the universe and the angels. Well, Libra, that's our reading for this month. You got to tell me how this one comes out. I want to tell y'all thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them. I really appreciate them. And to anybody who wants to know more about me or just go neb about me, information's down below the screen at the website. Or if you want to set an appointment with me, all the information to do that is over at the website in the About section below. The prayer class and sutra classes are out there for you. There's 2 short videos now that explain them. They are over at the website, so you don't have to scroll through everything. I didn't know that was happening, but that's the way it works. Anyhow, there at the website, prayer classes, the how-to and why you format them the way you do. It's 2.5 hour long, really comprehensive explaining. And the sutras are thought forms. You put a simple meditation, 5 minutes a day, enhances the clear perceptions like dramatically. And all of you I've met through 3 whole years of doing these YouTube videos, and everyone I've met through 30 years of doing this work. I want to tell you all it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.